Rings are a secret weapon. Now, they expose a lot of weaknesses, but that is also the strength. It's an amazing piece of tool that molds around our shoulders, and anybody can use them to build strong, supple, savage upper body. We're gonna look at hinge rows, which are done under the rings like so. Now, this is what the actual movement looks like. We're gonna be underneath it. We're going to, boom, come on up, punch our chest and head through, come on down. One more time, I'm gonna come up, retract my shoulders, trying to really get my chest forward. I'm gonna come up and done. Now, really the big idea here is that small hinges swing big doors. We're really trying to focus and prioritize what we could refer to as shoulder external rotation. So all the good stuff that we need to strengthen, to make sure our shoulders stay healthy and back of our shoulders. So this kind of move really helps address that. Now, with the setup, very simple. We want to make sure we're roughly at about 90 degrees with the butt on the ground, okay? And the simplest way to access this is by having those knees bent. We know if we hover the butt off, this is roughly give or take our top position. So we can start from lying down or back, and then I'm gonna punch my chest and head through. And this would be a simple way to get into a hinge row. There is a harder variation, which is done with a straight leg, and this is how it's done. We're going to lie back down with straight legs, but you want to make sure you come slightly behind or offset yourself away from the rings. That way when you, boom, come on through, you have a little bit of space to move through. Now you can look at the back here. We're really trying to prioritize that shoulder external rotation, retracting the shoulders, trying to really punch that chest and head through while maintaining the elbows to come down towards the ground. And this is our hinge row, trying to strengthen that shoulder external rotations. Modified skin the cat. Now, the reason we call it modified is because we want this to be close to the ground and use ground because ground is our best friend. Here is a rep and what this looks like. We're going to flip ourselves upside down, take a pause in the middle, slowly make our way down, find the ground with our feet, and then come into a little bit of a passive German hang, then slowly use the ground to come on up, and then make our way through. Now, that's a modified skin the cat. The key intent here is for us to be able to work what we call shoulder extension, our hands or arms back behind us. Everybody knows that hands overhead mobility is really, really important, but we need the ability to extend our shoulders back as well because this is the bottom of our dips, our push-ups, and so on. A lot of the pressing motion, a lot of people tend to have issues with the front of the shoulders, and this is something that we can do to help ourselves. Here are a couple more reps. Now, again, the intent being we want to use the ground as a best friend. We can simply flip upside down. Notice my hands here as I come down, my palms face away. Slowly come on up, and then use my strength to come through. Now I can do a second rep if I choose to do so. Slow, controlled. Everything is nice and slow. And this is our modified skin the cat. We're gonna look at a single ring chin up. And here is a rep, just to show what that looks like. We're gonna be under the rings, nice and fully stretched out. From here, I'm gonna look where I wanna go, actively pull myself up, control, come on down, and back to that stretch position. Now, the reason we love this particular variation is because we get that full stretch of the shoulders. We get to target our lats, okay, and get a nice little close end range work at the top here as well. Now, the big idea here as well is we want to really kind of get strong through our lats. This allows us to get that full range of motion. We also got to get a little sweet pump in the bicep as well. Here are a couple of reps put together. Again, the integral thing here is to make sure I'm nice and long for my feet as well, okay? And I'm going to look where I want to go. This is really important to any pull work. I'm going to look where I want to go, come on up, slowly come on down, boom, boom. Key thing here is to make sure, okay, we pull our shoulders down into active first, therefore the shoulders are away from the ears. Me looking up will allow me to access more of my upper to mid back region. I'm gonna keep looking up as I come down, and then last minute, put my head through. And this is our single ring chin up. Support hold or top support is a foundational movement on the gymnastic rings. Now, before we work on top of the rings, really important notice, make sure the metal clips are as high as possible so you don't get any rubs or burns in your forearms. Now, this is what the actual movement looks like. We're gonna enter the rings and then come on up and then simply hold this for a prescribed time, somewhere along the lines of 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, now a couple of key details here from a setup perspective. We want to make sure the rings are a little bit narrow, they're not too wide, because the wider the rings, the harder it becomes. The second thing here is to understand from the shoulders, we're really trying to prioritize depression of the shoulders and a slight protraction. Now, the weaker someone might be, they might find themselves protracting really, really hard, which is also okay. Over time, we want to make sure we start to just focus on just depressing the shoulders and then keeping nice and tight hollow body as we refer to this position, okay? Now, one more time, on top of the rings, shoulders need to be away from the ears at all times. Now, if this kind of, is something that we can do for multiple sets, we can start to play with what we call or refer to as a turnout position. And the intent here is that we start to stress the tendons of our biceps, the elbows, okay, the shoulders. So again, this is a gateway to start working on top of the rings, foundational movements on the gymnastic rings. We're gonna look at ring turnout push-ups. Now here are a couple of reps. Very simple. We're gonna do a pushing movement, come on up. Then we're gonna touch the rings, top and back. Drop into push-up, press up, and turn out. Now, the movement may look very simple, but on the rings, it's absolutely savage. Firstly, it's accessible because we can regress this by being a little bit more upright, which makes it less intense. We can make this very hard by being right on top of it, okay? So that way the intensity increases. With the turnouts, what we're looking to kind of do here as well is a little bit of a straight arm work, which is really integral to build healthy and strong shoulders. We get to stress the tendons of the biceps, the pressing muscles like the serratus. The cool thing about the ring as well is that we can also mold this around our restrictions. So some of us may have shoulder problems, which may mean we may keep the elbows close together. If we can start to work and play with different setups, going wider and so on. But the rings make it super accessible to build and target our chest, triceps, and also all around shoulder health. Give these 5 moves a crack. They're an amazing place to start. We've got both a combination of straight arm and bent arm work. They cover wide ranges of motion, and it's easy to regress and progress. Have fun.